you want to improve your accent, if you want to improve your listening comprehension, then these are the videos for you. They're very unique. You will not find other exercises like this on the internet. We are practicing with real life people who are trying to improve their listening comprehension and their accent through pronunciation, accentuation, and intonation. And if you want to do that, you can come along with us right now and you can watch these videos and practice with us. And if you would like to participate, just click on the link in the description to the Discord group. The first two people who volunteer once the video starts are the two people who get to practice with us on that day. And if you find these videos helpful, remember to press the like button and also subscribe. I need your help to grow my channel. It's a very unique channel. Well, now let's get started and let's improve our English accents and our listening comprehension. Describe the picture to us. What do you see in the picture? I
Yes.
have to. What's happening in this picture?
So I think someone is hated by many people. Yeah.
Can you repeat that?
He's is
I didn't hear the verb. Can you repeat that, please?
yeah. The man is, I think, the culprit, and many people are hitting him.
Okay, so the man and the which man? Which man is the culprit? Because I see four men.
In in the middle. In
Okay,
the
man
middle.
in the middle. What is he wearing?
Uh, he is wearing mm, uh, a jacket or pants,
Okay.
pulled.
All right. What is behind them?
There is a house.
That's not a house though.
There is a
Go ahead.
there is a house. I think the old, which is made up of bamboo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's difficult to see in this picture because it's an old picture. Let's take a look at something a more modern. Uh, what is this? Can you see the picture?
Yes. Yes.
Do you know what that is? Do you recognize it? Does that look familiar to you?
Actually, no.
Okay, this is like in the bank where they keep all of the money.
Oh, 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 I have no idea. So yeah.
David, do you know what that's called? Do you know what the word for that is? What is that called?
Oh, the vault,
Yeah,
bank vault.
that's right. It's the bank vault. The bank vault. Actually, you can see here at the top of the screen, in the top left, Pachu. Do you see bank vault?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bank vault.
You've never
Okay.
seen that in
Yes.
like a movie? No? Okay.
No,
All right.
actually, no. Yeah, the
You
first
see how they
time.
keep all the money and the gold in the bank vault?
Okay.
All right. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say about the picture that we have here? Any other description of what you can see in the picture?
And either of that man, culprit man, in the left side, two people are
Mm-hmm.
just uh, uh, watching with the intense watching. We call it staring,
Okay.
and
So the two men on the left are staring.
staring, and on the right side
Mm-hmm.
of the man,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I think that man is trying to with or punch.
Well, what is he
Yeah.
holding? What is he holding in his hand? I think that. Do you know what
Okay.
that is? I think that's a hammer.
It's a hammer.
I
Okay,
think it
yes,
is. I
yes.
don't know. It looks like a hammer to me. What are the
Yeah,
two
hammer. Okay, yes.
what are the two men on the left holding?
Yeah, now I see the gun
Hmm.
in their hands.
Do you think do you think
Gun.
do you think the man in the middle is wearing a uniform?
Yes, yes.
Maybe
Uniform.
he's the police.
Yes. Okay, yes. Police.
Not
Police.
police. Police. The accent, where you put the accent is very important.
Is it police?
Police.
Police.
So maybe the man in the middle is the police, and the three men are bad guys, right?
Mm, yes.
What is it, Pachi? What is the title of this story?
The title is the Mad Bandit.
Okay. Oh, look, you can see here bank vault. It says right here bank vault. Do you see that? Bank vault.
Yes. Bank vaults. Yeah.
What is a bandit? Do you know what a bandit is?
Bandit. No.
Oh, that's like a bad person. A bad. You said culprit before. It's a similar thing.
Yeah.
Bandit. Bandit. It's a bad guy.
Yes.
Okay. What does mad mean? The mad bandit.
Yeah. The mad means crazy.
Yeah, here it means crazy. Sometimes it can mean angry, but I'm pretty sure here it means crazy. Okay, I'm going to read the bottom part because we have to keep moving. But then David, you're going to read the dialogue coming next. Okay, so I just want you to be ready. So some criminals are clever, some are mediocre. Mediocre means in the middle. Ned Brown thought he was clever. He wasn't particular who he robbed. Banker or fellow crook. A crook is a criminal, a bad guy. It made no difference. It made no difference as long as he got the dough. Dough is a funny word for money. Oh no, I don't have any money. I need some dough. Uh, Ohio called him the Mad Bandit. And Kentucky and Tennessee officials had several choice names for him. Okay, so David, let's read. Let me focus on this. Make sure I've got everything here. Can you read the first bubble? What does it say in the first bubble?
In the left,
The bubble on
uh,
the top, right above my head. Well, on the left. Yeah, on the left.
how you coming, Bucky? Get that combo yet?
Okay. So, what do you think that means? That's very weird language. How you coming? What do you think? I would never talk like that, but what do you guess it means?
Yes, I don't know. Is how you coming, Bucky's? He's asking, how did you get here? How do you arrive here?
Well, what if you're working on a project and I say, "David, how is your project coming?" What would that mean?
How is my progressive,
Yeah,
or how is
like
how?
what is the progress, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I think really it's like how is it coming? Okay, but he's saying how are
how is
you
it
coming?
coming?
I think he's asking about progress. Does that
Mm,
make sense?
it's strange
It
for me.
it is,
How you coming, Bucky?
but if we said how is it coming, that would make sense, right?
Okay.
Do you agree or no? You don't sound convinced.
No, no,
Well, but
it's strange.
let's see, what are they doing? Let's look at the picture. Can you describe
Um,
can you describe what's happening? It's kind of hard to see, but can you describe what's happening in the picture? How is it coming,
okay,
Bucky?
okay. They are a gang. So
Mhm,
one of the of the person, the character,
mhm.
is asking to the other, how is the world working? He's trying to open the ball. I think
Yeah, he's trying to open the vault. The vault. Can you say that? Is that a long sound or a little sound? Vault.
vault. So maybe I got it now. So maybe he's anxious, he's nervous, and he's to make to the partner to, hey, hurry up. How is it? How you coming, Bucky?
Yeah.
Get that combo yet?
What is combo? What does combo mean?
I don't know. In this context, I don't know combo.
Well, what would you say? What would you call that if you open a safe? Like 54 left, 500 right, 20 left. What would you call that? The numbers that you have to put into the safe to open it.
It's a combination.
Yeah.
It's a combination.
And combo is just a short word for combination.
Oh, I got it now.
Hmm. Can you read it again? The whole bubble.
How you coming, Bucky? Get that combo yet?
Okay. Uh, all right. I think that's okay. Let's move on to the next bubble. Can you read what is the bubble under that?
This is a pie brownie. I will have this can open in a hive, in a GIF, in a
Okay.
hive.
Okay. This is no. I don't know. I don't know. This is a pipe. I have no idea what that means. So I can't tell you. I can't explain that to you. But I will have this can open. What is a can?
For example, a can of beans is where you can hide or put some stuff in there in a can. For example,
Yeah.
is what come to my mind.
Yeah, so I think this is like criminal slang for the safe. The vault is called a can. I'll have this can open in a GIF, and that
In
that that expression in a GIF, that's actually that's a very common expression. Do you know what that means? Have you ever seen that before?
not really, but
Hmm.
I can understand. In GIF is going to do it quickly.
Okay, that reminds me of a business in the United States where they change your oil. What is the name of this business?
The mechanic for change the oil of the car.
Yeah, but what is the name of the business? What is it called?
Jiffy Lube,
Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube. Why do you think they call it Jiffy Lube?
because they change the oil so quickly, or all they are
That's right.
faster than the other shop.
Supposedly. Supposedly.
Yeah,
Probably.
okay,
But
yeah.
that's the idea that they're supposed to be faster. That's very common to say in a jiff or jiffy. Jiffy means fast. Have you seen that before, Pachu? Jiffy?
No, sir.
Yeah, that's
No.
pretty common. Jiffy in a jiff. In a jiff. Can you David, can you just read that? Well, let me focus on it. It's hard to get the focus. Can you just read that bubble one more time? I just want to listen to your pronunciation.
The second one,
Yes.
this is a pie brownie. I will have this can open in a jiff.
Okay. The one thing that we're focusing on really is identifying uh, important words and long sounds versus short sounds. Okay. Uh, that word can, does that have a long sound in the middle of it or a short sound? It is long. Can you say it like that? Can you say it in a very long way?
Can.
This can open. I'll have this can open.
I have this can open.
Because this is can like a noun, like you said, a can of beans, right?
Yes, yes.
Did you ever notice that when people talk about can, meaning ability, sometimes it sounds like can. I can go. I can go to the store.
Can.
Right? It's just can. I can go. Right? Have you ever noticed that before? No? You haven't noticed that before?
Yes, yes.
You have?
Can.
You have? So if you pronounce can like kun, it sounds like you're talking about ability. And it sounds very
Mm,
strange to say, I'll have this kun open in a jiff. You have to say, I'll have this can open. You have to pronounce it in the full sound, or it would sound very strange, or people might be confused what you're saying. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. I'll have this can open in a GIF.
Yeah, it must be like that because if you say kun, that sounds like ability. I'll have this kun open, and people will say what? Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. So can you read that again? Read the whole thing.
This is a pie brownie. I'll have this can open in a GIF.
Okay. All right, Mr. Pachu. Let's go to
Yes, sir.
the next bubble here. Let's see. Oh, I can't. I can't get to the bottom one. Here, read the first one, and I'll try to figure out how to get to the bottom one later.
Yeah. So get it all, but and
Out.
don't
Get it all out. Get it all out.
get it all out, and don't. What is this? Okay. And don't.
Hmm.
What is be?
This is okay. You know, when if Pachu, if I say how are you, how would you answer that question? How are you, Pachu?
I I am good. I am great.
Okay, great. That's your favorite answer. Okay, but did you ever notice that some people will say, "How are you?"
Yes. How
So
are you?
we've talked about this many times now that you can have a word like "you" that has a very, very big sound in it. You, that's a very big sound. But if it's not special, if it's not a special word, it will suddenly become very small. And so you becomes ya. In the middle of a phrase, you becomes ya. And that's a
Oh,
Y, that's not a V. That's don't you guys get sticky fingers.
don't you guys get sticky
You
fingers?
know it's sticky. What is sticky? What does sticky mean?
Yeah, sticky means yeah, the gum type.
Okay, gum is sticky. What do you think? Do you know? Can you guess what sticky fingers means?
Mm, I know.
Okay, I'm trying to find a picture to help us. Unfortunately, wait, let me ask ChatGPT to make a picture. I love ChatGPT. It always saves the day. Let's see. I'm still asking it to make it's still making the picture. Okay. Sticky fingers is used to talk about someone who steals, someone who takes things because they touch something and their fingers are sticky, so it just sticks to them and they take it.
Mm,
Does that make
yes.
sense? It's
Yeah.
a very common phrase to mean a thief, someone who steals, someone who takes things from you.
Yes. Yes.
Can you see the picture?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So whatever you touch, it sticks to your fingers and you take it, right? Do you understand?
Yes.
David, have you seen that phrase before? Sticky fingers?
Race. Okay, the context I understand
Hmm.
because the person who is talking seems like a boss, and she is ordering. Okay, put it, take all the stuff in the bowl
Hmm.
out, and don't get it sticky fingers. Yeah, don't rob the robbers.
Yeah, that's right. Don't rob the robbers. So
In-
does that make sense,
it's-
Pachu? That's like the boss saying, "Hey, don't steal from us." Oh no, I've lost my page. I don't think you're convinced, are you, Pachu, about the meaning of that? It means stealing. Stealing.
Okay, steering.
Yeah, if I say John has sticky fingers. If I say Pachu, be careful of John. He has sticky fingers. What does that mean?
Yeah, means he can steal.
That's right. He will steal from you. He will probably steal from you. Oh, this
Yeah.
plug is way at the bottom. Wait, let me see if I can make myself disappear for a moment. I'll move myself. I'm moving myself. See, because I can't make this focus. Okay. Oh wait, let's
Mm,
again. So get it all out. Read that again, Pachu.
okay. Where is? Okay. Yes. Get it all out, and don't you gums get sticky fingers.
Don't you guys get sticky?
Don't don't you guys get sticky
All
fingers.
right. So in that phrase, get it all out. Which words are important?
With out.
I think
All is
I think
also
I think all is really the important word here. I think that's the most important word.
yeah, and all. Yeah, all and get.
I don't think get is important. I think it's just the word all. If I were saying that, I think I would just use that one word. Get it all out. Or maybe out also.
Okay, get it all out.
I mean, just imagine if you only
Yes,
said those two words, all out, you would under you I wouldn't need any other words. You would understand what I mean, right?
yes.
So that's why you don't really have to pronounce get it. Get it all out.
Get it all out.
Okay. And now in this next part, and don't you guys get sticky fingers? Which words are important?
Is sticky and
Mm.
don't.
Okay. So how would you read that? If those are the only important words, how would it sound in a phrase?
Yeah, so don't you guys get sticky fingers?
Don't you guys get maybe guys too? Don't you guys get stick? Don't you guys get sticky fingers? Maybe we could do it like that. Don't you guys get sticky fingers?
Don't you guys get sticky
What does
fingers?
that mean if somebody says, "Don't you guys get sticky fingers"? What is he saying?
Yeah, means mm, they may still.
That's right. Don't think about stealing.
Yeah,
Don't think about stealing. Can you read the next?
yes.
What is the next bubble, Pachu?
Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know me better, and that I wouldn't. What is this
Oh, jip you.
gap?
Oh no. Okay. I wouldn't jip.
Zip,
I wouldn't jip you.
zip you,
Okay.
zip ya.
All right. So first of all, they're writing the way that people talk instead of writing the real words. They're writing the way that people sound when they talk. So this first line is, "You know me better than that." So the boss says, "Don't
Yeah,
think about stealing," and then one of them says, "Oh, you know me better than that." What does that mean? What is he saying?
you know me better than that.
Hmm.
Better than that.
If I say Pachu, don't steal, would you be insulted if I said that to you?
Mm, ye- yes,
Okay, and then maybe you would say, "Well, you know me. You know I would never steal, right?"
yes,
So
yes,
you know me better than that. Does that make sense, that phrase? You know me better than that. He's insulted. How could you say that to me?
yes, yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah, yes. I got it. Yeah,
Okay, in that phrase, you know me better than that. What are the important words?
No,
Hmm.
you know, no, and better
Okay,
is better.
and maybe me, because here this person is insulted and he's saying, "What? You're talking to me." So normally you don't
Yes.
emphasize a pronoun, but here maybe you would because of the context. Do you understand?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So it's normally not a word that you emphasize, but maybe here you would because it's an important word in the idea. Okay. But the word then, you know me better than that. Is that a word that you would emphasize? Probably.
Yeah. That
Better
is
than. Would you emphasize the word better?
that is better is yes,
But what about then? How about then?
not
Okay, so it would how would it sound if you put better and then together?
is better than better
Better than,
than
better than the first syllable. Better than.
better than
Okay,
better than
or maybe better than, better than.
better
Yeah,
better than
but maybe you would only say the th because it doesn't matter. That word is not important. Better than.
better better than
That's really hard to do. But you see why it's just an n because nobody cares. It's not an important word in this phrase.
yes.
Okay, so let's say you know me better than that.
You know me better than that.
Yeah, so that word then is so unimportant. It doesn't matter. Okay, to jip
Yeah.
someone, it's kind of, I guess in modern people might consider this offensive now. Uh, it means to cheat someone. To cheat someone. I wouldn't cheat you. I wouldn't cheat you.
I wouldn't cheap you.
Cheat, cheat. I wouldn't steal from you. I wouldn't cheat you.
I wouldn't cheap you.
Cheat, not cheap. Cheat. To cheat, to steal, to cheat.
Okay. I wouldn't cheat you.
Yeah, do you understand? That's what jip means. I wouldn't jip you.
Do you understand? I wouldn't cheap you.
What does jip mean?
The cheap means steal.
It means steal or cheat. I would. What if uh,
Cheat.
what if someone charges you a lot of money for something and later you discover they charged you really a lot more than the value? Maybe you would say, "What a
Yeah.
jip!
Yes. Yes.
What a jip.
What a cheap.
He gypped me."
Yes. He chipped me.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Uh, can you read that whole bubble again, please?
As you know me better than that, I wouldn't jeep you.
I wouldn't jip you.
I wouldn't jeep you.
Okay. All right, that's the first page. And now let's go back to David. Let's see. I've got to refocus this. David, can you read the next bubble? What does it say?
I gotta hand it to you, Brownie. Just sure case this job right.
This is kind of interesting. What does that mean? I got to hand it to you. Any
It's
idea?
mean, let me think, I gotta hand it to you. Hand is that that he did the job for Brownie.
Well, I don't think that you could guess the meaning of this by looking at the words. Because I've got to hand it to you means I must give you credit. I must confess or give you credit that you did a wonderful job.
Okay, I gotta hand it to you.
Yeah,
I gotta hand it to you.
it's an expression. Uh, like if I say, "Oh, David, I've got to hand it to you. You speak wonderful English." What does that mean?
That my English is good. It's good.
Yeah, I'm giving you credit. I'm giving you credit. I'm saying, "Oh, yes, it's true. I admit it. I confess.
Mm,
It's true.
okay.
You speak English very well." That's very common. That's a really, really common phrase. I've got to hand it to you. That means I have to give you credit. You're really good. Okay.
Like
Well,
congratulations.
like what?
Congratulations. Give.
It's kind of like congratulations. It's kind of, but there's like the little idea that maybe you thought that maybe it wasn't good. Like you were thinking it was
Mm,
going to be bad. Did it like maybe a friend ever convince you to try something weird? Like, I don't know, what would be a weird cuisine, a weird food that you would think, oh, I don't want to try that. Can you think of something?
no, not now.
Well, in the past,
For
though, did that ever happen? Like someone said, "Oh, come on, David, try it," and you're like, "I don't want to. It sounds too weird, too strange." Did that ever happen to you?
uh, let me. I'm sure that yes, but none, none memory comes to my mind
Okay.
right now.
How about did someone ever convince you to do something you didn't want to do, and later you were happy about it, but at the time you didn't want to? It doesn't have to be food. It could be anything. Go to a party, or meet a friend, or something you said, "Oh, I don't want to do it," and then later you thought, "Oh, I'm happy I did it. You were right."
Yes, yes.
Like what? Can you think? Can you give an example?
Let me think. Let me think. Yes, for example, a trip on vacation.
Okay.
Maybe in a place that don't look so interesting, but I wasn't right. Yes,
Okay. So then you had a good time, right? And then
yes,
your friend said, "Well, what did you think?" Okay. And oh, my camera's out of focus, and now it doesn't want to. Wait, let me. Okay, there we go. Uh, and so later on, you were happy about it. You enjoyed it, right?
yeah.
And your friend said,
So
"Well, so what did you think about the trip?"
I gotta hand it to you.
Hmm.
That was a very wonderful time we spent in that place,
Yeah,
for example.
exactly. Exactly. That's like saying, "Okay, I admit, I confess, you were right. I was wrong. I was thinking it was going to be bad, but actually it was good."
Gotta hand it to you. Give the credits to you.
Okay,
That was a good idea.
but now the important thing that we're focusing on to improve our accent is figuring out which word to emphasize. And probably you would not emphasize you. You probably wouldn't say, "I got to hand it to you," because that would mean not him, not her, not them, but you. Probably in this phrase, you would emphasize the word hand. "I got to hand it to you."
I gotta hand it to you.
Uh huh. Or maybe gotta. "I gotta hand it to you."
Gotta hand it to you.
Mm hmm. All right. So I have to give you credit. I have to admit that you're right or that you're good or something like that. Does that make sense? Is that pretty clear?
Yeah, yeah. When you want to give the credits for something that you think that
Mm.
wasn't pleasant or good, but you were wrong, and eventually it becomes a really good idea
Yeah. So,
to do.
right. So this guy talking, maybe he was thinking earlier, "Oh, this is going to be a disaster." And now he's saying, "Oh, it was pretty good. That was pretty good, actually." Do you understand the
That was
idea?
a good idea.
Yeah.
Steal the bank. Steal.
Steal the money from the bank was a good idea. All right. So I got to hand it to you, Brownie.
I gotta hand it to you, Brownie.
Okay. And what is the second part of that phrase?
You sure case this job right? You sure case this job right?
Okay. I think it was maybe a bad idea to use a crime a crime story because they're using a lot of weird terminology that's only for criminals. Let's see. Let's see if I can find a picture. Wait, casing. Uh, let's see if I can find. Do you know a robber is somebody who's going to steal or rob? Before they do it, maybe maybe they will maybe they will they'll go 2 days or 3 days in advance and look. Okay, I'm going to rob the bank at midnight. So every midnight, I go to the bank and try to see the activities to understand the schedule. Right? Do you understand?
Yes, yes. If you want, maybe the boss he make a plan, and to
Mm-hmm.
make a plan, they have to have information,
Yeah.
the schedule.
You see, like this, or
Yes,
or
you
like
have where is going to get in, where is going to get out, where is the vault,
that's
what kind of vault.
that's called casing. That's called casing a place.
Um,
It's like trying to understand if you're a criminal. Okay, I'm teaching you criminal vocabulary today. That's called casing a place. That means going and observing where's the exit, where's the entrance, who works at what time. That's casing a place.
I got it.
Okay. So you sure what are the important words in that phrase? You sure cased this job right.
The important word is case, sure case, and
What
job.
what about sure? What do you think about the
Sure,
you? I think that
you sure case.
might be the biggest word. Words like that are usually really big. You sure case this job right.
Uh, you sure case this job right.
Hmm. Yeah. So when I say that, which words do you hear are very big? You sure case this job right.
You sure case this job right.
Okay, but so if sure is important, then it's important to make it very long and big. You can't say you sure case this job right. It has to be you sure case this job right. You have to make
You sure
go ahead.
you sure case this job right.
Yeah, the vowel sounds on the accented syllable become bigger, usually longer. You sure case this job right.
You sure case this job right.
All right. Can you read the entire bubble?
Yes, I gotta hand it to you, Brownie. You sure case this job right.
You sure case this job right. I think sure and right are the big words there. Maybe
Okay.
job.
You sure case this job right.
Okay. Can you read the next bubble? What does it say?
I'll give you my autograph when I have time.
Hmm.
Stow the gaps and hand me the stack when I get out.
Okay. Uh, can you read up to autograph again, please?
I'll give you my autograph.
Okay, I'll give you my autograph. Okay. What are the important words in that phrase?
The verb give,
Mhm.
an autograph,
Okay, I'll give.
an aisle.
Okay. Well, probably usually words like, remember we talked about the word can, which is a metal container, and then can, which is means able to, right? Those little words are usually not important. So you say, I can give you, right? I can give you. You don't say, I can give you. You could if you wanted to, it's possible. But most of the time, can sounds like can, right? Do you understand? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Hello?
yeah, usually those words are not important. So just like the word the phrase I will, you don't even say the will, you just make it one word, I'll. It's not important. It's not something you normally emphasize. Do you understand?
Yes, I'll. Yes, it's not. We cannot stress that words.
You can stress it if it's important, but it's usually not important. It's usually something you ignore. If you're making a promise, then you say, "Don't worry, I will call you later." You can stress the word will, but only if it's very important, like you want to make it clear you're making a promise. But in a normal sentence, just using it for the future, it's not an important sound. I'll give you. I'll give you. Which which
I'll
which
give
word
you.
sounds big in that phrase? I'll give you.
I'll give you.
I'll give you. I'm only stressing one word. Which is it? I'll give you.
I'll give you.
Which word is important? Which word am I stressing in that phrase?
The the verb give.
Just give. Just give. The other ones, you is not pronounced. It sounds like yeah. It's just a little throwaway garbage word. I'll give you.
I'll give you.
I'll give you my autograph.
I'll give you my autograph.
Okay. Now in the next phrase, when I have time, which words are important?
Important, the verb have,
Okay.
and time.
When
And when.
when I have time. When I have time. I think
When I have
if I say it, which words do you hear pop out? When I have time.
the word time.
Okay. And any other word or just time?
Time.
When I have time.
When 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 I when I have time.
When I have time. Which words am I emphasizing?
Time.
And when. Also when.
And
When I have time. Do you hear that? Can you hear?
when I have time. Yes, the
Mhm.
beginning.
Yeah. So not have, not really have, not when I have time. You could, but that has a very special meaning if you do that. You can emphasize any word that you want. There's no wrong answer, but sometimes it creates a different sort of idea.
Mm,
Okay, let's try from the beginning. I'll give you my autograph when I have time.
I'll give you my autograph when I have time.
All right. Now the next the next phrase, the next what are the next three words?
Stow the gaff.
Okay. Now, have you ever seen that word stow before?
Not really. Not really.
Okay. That I do believe that that is related to the word store. I think it comes from the same word. If you say to store something, what does that mean as a verb? To store something.
Store something. You have to put it in some place
Uh-huh.
in organized mode.
Yeah, but it kind of means like to keep something, right? It means to put
Okay.
things somewhere to keep it safe or to store. Well, it means to store it. It means to keep it for later,
Okay.
right? Does it? Do you understand the word store to mean that?
Yes. Yes. To store.
Okay, and that's really what stow means. It means to put something somewhere.
Stow the gap.
And actually you will let me you'll hear that word on airplanes because they'll say please stow your bags in the overhead compartment. They'll use that word on the airplane usually when you're flying and they'll say please stow your bags. That means store, keep, put them. Or
I get it. I get it now.
or sometimes they'll say stow your bag under your seat.
Stow.
Stow. Is that a long sound or a short? Is it stow or stow?
Stow.
Stow. Okay.
Oh.
So that really means like put away, right? Do you know that phrasal verb put away?
No.
Oh,
Not right.
oh, that's
Put
very common.
away.
Put away. That's a very common phrasal verb. That means you have put, which means like place, and then you have away, like not here, in some other place. So if you
Okay.
say put
Put away.
away, that means I don't want to see it. Put it somewhere. Put it somewhere safe. Put it in some place where I don't see it. That's a phrase. That's a very common phrasal verb, actually.
Put it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you said that so naturally. Are you sure you've never heard that before? Put it away. It's very common.
Yes.
Imagine a child.
Yes.
Imagine a child at school playing with his phone. What would the teacher say?
Put away.
Put,
Put that phone away.
yeah.
Put that phone away.
Haven't you seen that? I'm would be very surprised if you didn't know that. Put it away.
Put it away. Put the cell phones away.
Your cell phones away. I don't want to see them. I don't want them around. I don't want them here. Put them away. Very common. Very, very common phrasal verb. Okay. Now, I have a pronunciation thing that I want to talk to you about. Okay. Can you see the two words that I have written up here on the screen?
Mm, the which words?
Can you see
Stood.
number one and number two? Do you see those two words up on the screen?
Okay. Yes. Gap and gap.
Okay. Do you know there's very little difference between a P and a B? Do you know what the difference is between a P and a B?
Yes. Yes.
What is the difference?
The both are bilabial.
Oh,
The P sounds
okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
okay. Gap. The number one gap is with a P. This pa pa
Pa, pa.
and
So,
gap.
so you push the air out. You push the air out of your mouth. Pa! There's a big explosion of air coming out of your mouth.
Yes.
Gap,
Gap.
gap. You feel all that air you spit out at the end. How about number two?
And with the B gap. Gap.
What's the difference? Because you do the same thing
Um,
with your lips, but there's just one difference.
yes. The P sound is like explosion.
Well, it's an explosion that goes out, but number two is an explosion that goes down. Gab.
Down.
You eat it instead of letting it out. Gab.
Gap.
Gab. Gab.
Gap.
Gab. You don't let the air
Gap.
come out. You let it go down instead of out. Gab. You eat it.
Gap.
Gab. Don't let any
Gap.
air come out of your lips. Gab.
Gap.
Gab. Say number one
Gap.
and say number two.
Gap.
Okay. Even if you're not pronouncing number two very clearly, because number two is an eating sound, because that B is an eating sound, that automatically makes the vowel sound longer. So if you're saying number two, listen to the vowel sound in number one. Gap. Listen to the vowel
Gap.
sound in number two. Gab.
Gap.
So if you're careful about your vowel sounds, it doesn't really matter if you're pronouncing the P and the B very clearly, because people will just hear the ah and they'll think, oh, it must be Gab.
Gap.
Say number one.
Gap.
Say number two.
Gap.
That always happens with the vowel sounds that you with the consonant sounds that you eat. The vowel sound in front of it will become a longer sound.
Okay.
So that's a really important thing. That's a really important principle to remember, because if you're having trouble saying the P or the B clearly, people will just hear the vowel sound anyway. So they'll say, "Oh, I know which word that is." But if you do it the wrong way,
Oh,
they'll think it's the other one.
gap and gap.
Right, right. That's really important. The long and the short vowel sound. That's what we spend so much time practicing, because it's something that nobody ever notices, but it's so important. Okay. Do you know that word gab? G A B?
The word gap.
No, not gap. Gab.
Gap is shout to in the context keep your mouth close.
That's right. So stow the gab really just means put away the talk. Stop talking. Gab means like talking, like gossip or saying stupid things. Stow the gab. That's nobody talks like that. Don't try to memorize that. People say gab and people say stow, but nobody in contemporary English would ever say stow the gab.
Gap.
But does it make sense? Do you understand the idea?
Yes, come on, stop saying
Shut up.
unimportant things.
Yeah,
Shut
just
up.
it just means shut
Yes,
up. That's all. Stow the gab. This is just a 1950s criminal way of saying shut up.
shut up. Estoy de gap.
Stow the gab. Don't forget, you have to make that vowel sound very big. Then it does
Stow the gap.
stow the gab.
Stow the gap.
Okay. And what is the rest of that phrase?
Anne had me the sack when I get out. Anne
Okay.
had me the sack when I get out.
Do you know that word sack? Do you know what that means?
Uh, I I don't sure, but I think that is the box
Yeah.
is the bag where they have the money.
Yeah. Sack really is just the French word for bag. And we use it in English also. Sack just means bag. It's another way of saying bag. Okay,
Okay.
hand me the sack. What are the important words in that phrase? Hand me the sack.
I think it's Han and me because they want to get the sack.
Okay, but
Hand me the sack.
no, normally, if you emphasize a pronoun, normally, that you normally wouldn't do that because if you say hand me the sack, that means not him, not her, not them, but me. So if you emphasize a pronoun, that usually has a very special meaning. Do you understand?
Okay.
So normally,
Hand
in
me.
a normal neutral sentence, you would not emphasize a pronoun. Hand,
Okay.
yes, hand me, hand me.
Hand me.
Hmm.
Hand me the sack.
Hmm. So hand and sack are emphasized words. Can you say it again?
Sack. Hand me the sack.
Hand me the sack, like that.
Hand me the sack.
Stow the gab and hand me the sack.
So the gap. Hand me the sack.
Okay. And then what about the final phrase there?
When I get out.
Okay. What are the important phrase? What are the important words in that phrase?
When and the verb get out. The
Okay.
phrasal verb.
Okay. Get out is a phrasal verb, and I don't know if you've been listening when we talk about abstract and literal phrasal verbs. Have you been paying attention to that, or have you noticed that we talk about that sometimes?
And but I don't remember.
Okay. Well, uh, what is the difference between saying something is literal and something is abstract? Can you how would you put that into words?
Maybe the words literally have a different meaning if you use it in an abstract way.
You know the example that I always give. I just want to check on Pachu because let me. I've got Pachu on mute. Pachu, are you okay? I
Yes,
because I know it's getting late and I'm thinking about you. Okay, I haven't forgotten about you, but I feel it's important to discuss this. I think after we finish this bubble, we'll go to practicing the vocabulary words. Do you still have time, or do you have to go pretty soon?
uh, yes, time.
You still
Yes,
have some time.
half an hour.
Okay, so let me just explain this really quick, and then we'll move on to practicing the phrase
Yes,
vocabulary words. Okay. All right.
yes, yes.
Okay. Do you know? Here, David. Let me show you something. Okay. I'm going to write I'm going to write one phrasal verb two different ways. Okay. He turned on the TV. That you know, right? That makes sense. He turned on the TV. That's an easy phrasal verb. Okay. He turned on mic. Okay, can you see the two sentences that I've written?
Not yet.
Okay, it's coming.
In green.
It's coming. Oh, that's because. Oh, sorry. Let me change. I'm typing it, but I have something else up. Okay, can you see? He turned on the TV. He turned on mic. Do you see it?
Yes, yes. He turned on the TV.
Okay.
He turned on the TV.
Okay, and what does that mean if you say number one? He turned on the TV.
He started the TV to watch TV,
That's right.
the program.
Now, number one is literal because I can imagine turn, like if you imagine the old TVs, not now, but if you imagine the old TVs, you turn a dial and then the TV goes on. To me, that's very literal. I can look at the two words and I can understand, oh, turn on. That makes sense. Does that make sense to you?
Yes,
If you look
yes,
at the
this
two
is.
words, if you look at the two words, you can guess you can guess at the idea, right?
Yes, I got that
Okay.
the idea.
So we'll call that literal. Does that make sense to call it literal?
Yes, is the meaning of the word is the little meaning.
Okay, that's right.
You have a TV
But what about number
and
two?
you want.
What does number
Oh,
two mean? Can you guess what number two means?
yes, I'm not sure, but for example, I think that Mike is tired, is lazy, and we have to turn him on.
No, that's sort of thinking literally again.
Oh, again, turn on Mike. So I don't know
Okay,
the abstract meaning of
okay.
of the phrasal verb on.
Well, so I'm just going to put abstract here, but then I'll put the meaning here. It means betray. Like you could never,
Oh,
you probably would never guess that.
no,
Uh,
no, not a chance.
yeah, so you can look at the words, but you could never guess that turn on means betray here, right? Do you agree?
No.
Okay. That's why I'm calling it abstract because you cannot look at the words and then guess the idea. Is that pretty clear what I mean by abstract and literal? Do you understand now?
Yes, but you have to have a lot of experience to figure it out.
That's true. And the difficult thing is most phrasal verbs have two, sometimes more, but at least two different meanings. And one could be literal and one can be abstract. That usually happens with most phrasal verbs. They usually have at least two definitions, and one is literal and one is abstract.
Yeah, I got it. And in Spanish, we don't have
No,
that kind of verbs.
this is a very difficult thing about learning English is the phrasal verbs. Okay, but the point that I want to make to you is that if you have a literal phrasal verb, then you will emphasize the second word. And if you have an abstract phrasal verb, you will emphasize the first word usually. So here, I'll read number one. He turned on the TV.
He turned on the TV.
But number two, he turned on Mike.
He turned on
And it
Mike.
sounds really weird if you don't do that.
Okay.
Actually,
That's new.
another way of using turn on that is very literal is like sexual excitement. So if you say he turned on Mike, that could sound like something very sexual. So
Uh,
so it does it. It's important which word you emphasize.
okay. He turned on Mike. Betray him.
He
He
betrayed.
betrayed Mike.
Hmm. Right. Okay. Why were we talking about that? Let's go back to the comic book. Okay. Uh, where was that? Okay. Get out. Get out. Hand me the sack when I get out. That's a phrasal verb. Would you say that now that you understand the difference between abstract phrasal verbs and literal phrasal verbs, which one do we have here? Is this something where you could guess the meaning by looking at the words? Is it literal or is it mysterious?
Um, I think that maybe in the context they want to mean when I get out of the bank.
Mm-hmm. So is it literal or is it abstract?
I think that is
Yeah,
literal.
I agree with you. I agree. So which word will you emphasize, get or out?
The second
The
one,
second
get
one.
out,
Get out.
get out.
Hand me the sack when I get out.
Give me stow the gap and hand me the sack when I get out.
Okay, but remember that some sounds are long and some sounds are short, and it's important to pay attention to those. So it's not stow the, it's stow the,
Stow the gap,
stow the gab.
stow the gap, and hand me the sack when I get out.
That's right. Okay, that's something very important. I mean, because you already have very good pronunciation, but if you can notice this and pay attention to this, this will take you to another level.
Okay. Yes, that's in language called the prosody of English. Prosody.
Yeah,
Prosody.
yeah, if you want to use fancy words. You could say prosody if you want. Okay, so I think we spent a long time with this now. So what we're going to do is we're going to move to practicing some of the vocabulary words that we've picked up in just these few pages. Okay, and I've got them here. I just need 1 minute to put together the definitions and make some examples. So I'm going to go to my Be Right Back screen and just wait a few minutes, and then we'll practice making these sentences, using these expressions in sentences. But in the process, we'll work on accent reduction. Okay, so I'll be right back. Don't go away. We're going to practice in 1 moment. Okay, let's see. I'm back. Thank you for waiting. All right. Well, let me get organized here. Wait a minute. I'm missing something. Here it is. Is this it? Yes. Okay, here we go. All right, that's fine. Okay, now we'll go to poor forgotten Mr. Pachu here. Pachu, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, can you read the first expression that we have for today? What is it?
In a jiff.
In a GIF. What does that mean? Do you remember that from the comic book?
Uh, jiff. So is a quick.
Very quick. It means very quick, and it's a pretty common phrase. You'll see that quite a bit in a GIF. Can you read the example sentence, Pachu? What does it say?
The website loaded in a jiff thanks to the fast internet.
Okay. GIF. Do you think that's a long vowel sound or a short vowel sound? GIF.
Yeah, the jiff is a long.
It's got a long duration to it. GIF. So if you say GIF, that might be difficult to understand. But if you say GIF, then people will always understand it. GIF.
Jiff. And is jiff is like image when we put in a small image is called GIF.
Oh, well, some people pronounce that GIF, but I pronounce it GIF. I think that makes more sense.
Okay,
Call it
GIF.
GIF. But it's not related. It's not related. I don't even know what that means, GIF. I have no idea. We
Yes,
could ask
yes.
Chat GPT. Uh,
Yeah.
okay. So the website loaded in a GIF. What are the important words in that phrase?
And the website and GIF. Yes, two.
Website and GIF. Is that what you said? I'm sorry, I was looking at
Yeah.
the answer from Chat GPT. Chat. By the
Yes,
way,
the website.
Chat GPT says it doesn't know the origin of that word GIF. But anyway, so we've got website and GIF. Those are the important words. What about loaded? Do you think we could make that important?
Yes,
Okay. Now, in the word website, which part gets all of the emphasis?
in the website is a
Web.
web.
Yeah, usually if you have a compound noun, it will be the first word.
Yeah,
All the attention. How about loaded? Which syllable would get all the attention in the word loaded?
so the load.
Loaded, right. Okay. Loaded. Loaded. So,
Yeah,
if these are the
load.
important sounds in the phrase, how will you say all of those words together?
The website loaded in a zip.
The website loaded in a GIF.
The website loaded in a zip.
Okay. David, can you say that phrase? How would you pronounce that?
Website loaded in a GIF.
Say it again. I didn't hear you very well.
The website loaded in a GIF.
That Edina, it's like one word. Edina, loadedina, deadina.
In
Actually,
a
it's actually dead.
loaded. Okay. The website loaded in a GIF.
The website loaded in a GIF.
Loaded in a GIF. Loaded in a GIF.
Loaded in a.
Loaded in a GIF.
The website loaded in a GIF.
The website loaded in a GIF.
Okay, what are in the next phrase, thanks to the fast internet, what would you consider to be the most important words?
Thanks, fast, and internet.
Hmm. I think maybe, did you say thanks?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wait. Can you pronounce that word for me, please? How do you pronounce that word?
Thanks to the fast
Okay.
internet.
Okay. Remember earlier we were talking about clean sounds and dirty sounds?
Yes.
Pure sounds and dirty sounds. If I say this word very, very slowly, okay, I want you to think about, is it a clean sound or a dirty sound? Thanks. Thanks. Is that clean or
It's a dirty sound.
dirty? How many sounds do
The
you hear? Thanks.
thanks.
How many sounds?
Three sounds, three
Three.
pure sounds.
Yeah. E, e. E, e, e.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you almost did it. That was the last one. Was try it again.
Thanks.
Thanks. Yeah, just don't put so much emphasis
Yeah,
in the middle. Thanks.
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 That's good. That's good. Thanks.
Thanks. Yeah,
Mhm.
thanks.
Same thing happens with fast. Fast.
Fast.
Thanks.
Thanks to the fast internet. Okay.
Thanks to the fast internet.
Fast internet.
And that's important because these words are important. If they weren't important, it wouldn't matter too much how you say it. But because these are special words in your phrase, you have to pronounce them very clearly. Thanks to the fast internet.
Thanks to the fast internet.
Fast, fast, fast,
Fast.
fast.
Thanks. Fast.
Mhm.
Fast.
Fast.
Fast internet.
That was good.
Internet.
The last one was very good. Thanks to the fast internet.
Thanks to the fast internet.
The website loaded in a GIF thanks to the fast internet.
The website loaded in a GIF thanks to the fast internet.
Okay. Mr. Pachu, can you say thanks to the fast internet?
Thanks to the fast internet.
The website loaded in a GIF thanks to the fast internet.
The website loaded in a GIF thanks to the fast internet.
Okay, is it GIF or GIF?
The GIF.
Mhm. The website loaded in a GIF thanks to the fast internet.
The website loaded in a GIF thanks to the fast internet.
Okay, let's add a little bit of music. Okay, so we'll make all of the important sounds high tones, except for the final part of the phrase, because the final part of the phrase should be low. So let's uh, let's do it like this. So Pachu, can you use high tones and say, the website loaded in a GIF, thanks to the fast internet.
Website loaded in a GIF thanks to the fast internet.
Can you try that, David? The website loaded in a GIF, thanks to the fast internet.
The website loaded in a GIF thanks to the fast internet.
Okay. And David, can you make a why website load in GIF question?
Mm, how long? How long?
Okay.
How long website loaded?
Uh, Well, if you want to make a how long question, you can, but that's more complicated. Uh, try to do it. Try your best if you want to do that. How would you do? I would.
How long did
Uh,
how long did the website load it?
Probably you would use the verb take. Like how
Take.
long take for? Can you try it like that with how long take for website load?
How long did the website take? One moment. How long did the website take loaded?
If I say, "Oh, David, I flew from Mexico City to Peru," and you want to know the duration of the flight, how would you ask me using take?
Direction
What?
of the flight.
Huh, I'm sorry. I think there's a problem with the connection. I didn't hear you.
Can you hear me,
Now I can.
teacher?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, the question is you have a flight from Mexico to
You,
Peru.
okay.
Peru.
Yeah, and you want to know, oh, what was the duration of the flight? How would you ask me using take, and how long?
Oh, let me think. Let me think. To ask for the direction.
No, the duration.
Um,
Duration.
duration. How long? How long your flight? How long your flight is? How long? I. Uh, I. How long take? How long did your flight take?
That's right.
No,
That's
I.
Yeah. No, no, no. You're right. Say it again.
How long? How long did your flight? uh, How long did your flight take?
That's right. That's right. Now, how would you substitute flight? What is the pronoun for flight?
Um, the pronoun the plane. How long?
How long did it take? It. You want to use it here.
It, how long did it take?
That's
How
right.
long did it take?
That's a very common question for that. It could be anything. So, how long did it take for the website to load?
How long did it take the website to load?
For the website to load. For the website to load.
Or how long did it take for the website to load?
Mhm. And what is the most important word in your question? How long did it take? Which word would you emphasize?
If it's a question, I think how long?
Okay, and probably because it's two words, the word you want to emphasize is long. How long did it take?
Long. Okay.
You could do both. How long did it take? How long did it take?
How long? How long did it take
Mm-hmm.
for the website to load?
Okay, and what is the answer?
And the website loaded in a GIF.
Okay, the website loaded in a GIF. Okay,
In a
Pachu,
GIF.
Pachu, can you make that question? How? Oh wait, I put Pachu on mute. Wait, let me. Hold on, Pachu. I'm coming. I've got to. I've got to turn on your microphone. Okay, are you there? Are you there? Okay, Pachu, can you
Yes,
make
sir.
that question? How long?
How long did it take?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, connection problem. Can you try again?
Yes. How long did it take?
For
How
the
long how long did it take for flight from Mexico
Yeah, but now we're
to
talking about website loading.
New York?
That was just an example. How long did it take for website load?
How long how long the how long did it take?
Is it dick
Huh?
or what? That's like great. Take.
How long did it take
That's good. That was good.
to load?
How long did it take for the website to load?
How long did it take to website load?
For the website to load.
How long did it take for the website to load?
Okay. All right. Pachu, do you remember the expression sticky fingers?
Yes,
What
yes,
does it
picture,
mean?
yeah.
What does that mean if you say someone has sticky fingers?
Steal, cheat.
Stealing. It's stealing. Can you read number two? What does number two say?
The boss accused the employees of having sticky fingers after money disappeared.
Does that sentence make sense to you?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
you understand. Can you read up to the word employee? The boss.
The boss accused the employee.
Okay. What are the important words in that phrase?
The boss employees also accused.
Okay. So boss accused an employee.
The boss accused the employee.
Okay. Now accused. How many syllables?
Accused. Three.
Accused. Accused.
Accused.
hmm
Accused.
Accused.
Is it three syllable?
Just two.
Accused.
Accused. Accused. Accused.
Accused.
Just two.
Okay. Okay.
It's just
Accused.
confusing because Q has a lot of sounds in it, but it's just two
Uh,
syllables. Accused. And which syllable has all of the emphasis?
Accused.
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 Accused. Accused. Now, this next word, employee, it could
Yes.
be said. It could be.
Employees.
Unfortunately, it could be said in several different ways. So I'm just going to say the way I say it, which is employee, employee,
Uh,
employee. Which syllable has the power?
yes. Employees.
Employee.
Employee.
I'm just going to help you on
Yes.
this one. The problem with this word is it can be said several different ways. Some people say employee, some people say employee, and some people say wait employee. So there could be three different ways. So I'm just going to say my way, which is employee.
Employee.
Employee. Okay, but unfortunately, it could have several different ways of pronouncing that. Okay, Pachu, can you say this phrase? The boss accused the employee.
The boss accused the employee.
Say it one more time.
The boss accused the employee.
Okay, David, can you try that? The boss accused the employee.
The boss accused the employee.
Okay, you could say it like that. You could say employee. Some people say it like that. That's not how I say it usually, but
Employee.
I say employee. I put it in the middle.
Employee.
hmm but the way you're saying it is okay. A lot of people say it like that. What are the? Can you read up to fingers?
The boss accused the employee of having sticky fingers.
Okay, and which words are important in that phrase?
The verb having
hmm
sticky
Okay.
and fingers.
All right. And now with that word having, where's all the power in that word? Where's all the sound in having?
In the first syllable, having.
Having, having. So make the A very big. Having. You can make it very long. Having.
Having.
Mhm. How about sticky? Sticky. Sticky. Which syllable has all of the
One.
sticky?
Sticky, the first one.
The first one. Is that a long vowel sound or a short vowel sound? Sticky.
No, short vowel sound.
It is short.
Sticky.
Having sticky.
Having sticky fingers.
And fingers, fingers. Which syllable?
Fing-
Go ahead.
the first syllable. Fingers.
Fingers, fingers. Is that a long sound? Fingers.
I'm not sure. Fingers is it sounds like a short.
Well, it's funny because it is a short sound, but remember when we talked about the sounds that you eat are longer usually,
Eat.
and
E sound.
yeah, and is a sound that goes down. It vibrates down in your throat.
Uh,
So that even though
mm,
the I is normally short, but it's longer because of the N. Fingers.
okay, fingers.
Do you understand? Remember that with gab and gap.
Gap.
hmm So it's not fingers, but fingers because of the N.
Fingers.
Do you understand? Is that pretty clear what the reason is for that?
Yes, because in this case it's because the end sound
That's
is
right.
go to down.
That's
In
right.
the gap, that was the B gap.
Gab, right. So every time you have that sound in your throat, a consonant sound in your throat, then you have to make the vowel sound in front of it longer. So let's try to read that whole phrase. The boss accused the employee of having sticky fingers.
The boss accused the employee of having sticky fingers
Okay.
after the money disappeared.
Okay. Mr. Pachu, can you say sticky fingers?
Sticky fingers.
The boss accused the employee of having sticky fingers.
The boss accused the employee of having sticky fingers.
Okay, and what are the final three words of that phrase, Pachu?
After money disappeared.
Okay. And which words do you suppose could be important in that phrase?
So disappeared and money.
What about after? Do you
Yeah.
think that could be important?
Not.
Okay, it doesn't have to be. I mean, you really get to pick and choose which ones you want. Let's see. I wonder if I would make. It seems like I would want to emphasize after. Fingers after money disappeared. It would sound weird to emphasize too many words. After money disappeared. I think that's okay. Yeah. So the word money, money. Where's all the sound?
It's a money. Man. Yeah,
Money,
the
money,
man
ma,
is the
ma,
first.
ma. How about disappeared? Disappeared.
Dis
Dis?
appear. Peer.
Which
Peer.
here? You're right. It's peered. It's not disappeared.
Peer.
Disappeared. Disappeared. Disappeared.
Disappeared.
Having sticky fingers after money disappeared.
Having sticky fingers after money disappeared.
Mhm. Can you try that,
Yes.
David?
After money disappeared,
After money disappeared. Try to hit those important sounds a little bit. Make them a little bit long.
after money disappear,
And don't forget that there's a D at the end of disappeared.
disappeared.
hmm The boss accused the employee of having sticky fingers after money disappeared.
The boss accused the employee of having sticky fingers after money disappeared.
Okay. Pacho, am I keeping you? Do you have to go pretty soon? Are you okay?
uh, okay. One, 2, 3 minutes.
Two or
Okay.
three minutes more? Okay, because
I will manage.
don't want
And
I don't want to keep you. Okay. Can you try to say the whole thing, Pachu, again? The boss accused the employee of having sticky fingers after the money disappeared.
The boss accused the employee of having sticky fingers after money disappeared.
Okay. And Pachu, can you make a why boss accuse employee question?
Why did the boss accuse the employee
Uh, of what?
uh, for money disappeared?
No, of sticky fingers. Sticky fingers.
For the sticky fingers.
Yeah, of
Okay.
having sticky fingers. Of having sticky fingers.
Why did the boss accuse the employees of having sticky fingers?
Okay. And what is the most important word in your question? Why did the boss accuse the employee?
Why?
Why? How would you say why plus did plus the?
Why did the?
Why?
Why did the?
Why did the? Why did the? Why did the boss accuse the employee of having sticky fingers?
Why did the boss accuse the employees of having sticky fingers?
Okay. Well, let's see. And remember the word bandit? That's a bad person, a person who steals. Let's see. Because he was a bandit. Let's say that's the answer. Pachi, why did the boss accuse the employee of having sticky fingers after money disappeared? What is your answer?
The boss the boss accused the employee of having sticky fingers
Mhm.
because he was a bandit.
Because he was a bandit.
Because he was a bandit.
Okay,
Because he was a
because
bandit.
he was. Okay, Pachi, do you want to go now? Do you want to leave now, or do you want to continue?
Let's read last
You want to
a
do the
few
last one?
times.
Okay, okay. But so David, why
Yeah,
did the boss accuse the employee of having sticky fingers? Are you there, David? I think David's on mute. Okay, well, we'll keep going, and then I don't know. Maybe he stepped away from the computer for a moment. Okay, uh, what does that expression, Pachu? What does that mean?
Here.
Oh, David, you're here. So why did the boss accuse the employee of having sticky fingers?
Okay, the answer is the boss accused the employee of having sticky fingers because the money disappeared.
Okay, well, we said because he was a bandit.
Ah, because he was a bandit. And the money disappeared because he was a bandit.
Yeah, because he was a because he was a
He
bandit.
was a
Mhm.
he was a bandit.
Yeah, because he was
The boss accused the employee of having a sticky finger because he was a bandit.
okay. Pachu, do you remember? I've got to hand it to you. Do you remember what that expression means? If you say, "I've got to hand it to you,"
yeah, it means hand means give, yeah, total authority.
well, this expression, "I've got to hand it to you," means I have to give you credit. I admire you. I think you did a good job.
Okay. Uh,
Okay. Can you read number three? What does number three say?
yes. So I have got to hand it to you. Your presentation was excellent.
Okay, so what does that mean if you say, "I've got to hand it to you"? Your presentation was excellent. What does that phrase mean?
So yeah, what is the meaning of to hand it?
The entire expression, the entire phrase, "I've got to hand it to you," means I admire you. I must give you credit. I think you did a wonderful job.
Okay, yeah. I I admire you because your presentation was excellent.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Now, in that first phrase, "I've got to hand it to you," which words do you suppose are important?
So it's a hand,
Okay, right?
and got, 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 got. Yeah, and you also.
I've got to hand it to you. I don't think that you have to. I guess you could emphasize got. We could do that. Okay. So
Okay,
if these are the words that you have to emphasize, how will you pronounce this? How will you say this phrase?
I've got to hand it to you.
I've got to hand it to you.
I've got to hand it to you.
David, can you say that? I've got to hand it to you.
I've got to hand it to you.
Okay. And David, what is the final part of that phrase?
Um, eh, all the phrase.
Just the final part. Your presentation, just that part.
Okay. I've got to hand it to you. Your presentation was excellent.
What are the important words in that phrase?
Uh, I got to hand it to you. In all in the whole phrase, I
Pres-
think hand it.
no, no, your presentation was excellent. Which we're just doing the final part. We already did the first part.
The presentation, the most important word, presentation and excellent.
Okay, now when you say presentation, where is all the power? Where's all the force?
In K, presentation.
That's right, presentation.
Clear
Presentation.
syllable. Presentation.
How about excellent? Excellent.
The first one, excellent.
The first one. Okay. So your presentation was excellent.
Your presentation was excellent.
I've got to hand it to you. Your presentation was excellent.
I've got to hand it to you. Your presentation was excellent.
Pachu, can you say that? Your presentation was excellent.
Your presentation was excellent.
I've got to hand it to you. Your presentation was excellent.
I've got to hand it to you. Your presentation was excellent.
Pachu, can you make a how your presentation question?
How was your presentation?
And what is your most important word in that question?
Is how.
How? How would you say how plus was plus your?
How was your presentation?
How is your? How is your? How is your?
How is your?
How,
How is your?
how is your presentation?
How is your presentation?
Uh huh. What is the answer, Pachu?
Uh, I've got to hand to you. Your presentation was excellent.
Hmm? Okay. So we can finish here now. I'll just do the
Yeah,
rest,
thank you.
David. Okay, Pachu. So
Thank you, sir.
have fun at work today.
Thank you so much, sir.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Uh, David, how will you make that question? How was your? How will you say how plus was plus your?
The question is how was your presentation?
Okay, but if we're talking about accentuating certain words, we pick out the important words. What are the important words?
The excellent.
Well, in the question, how was your presentation? What are the important words?
The word how presentation.
Okay, so so how would you say how plus was plus your? How would that sound in a sentence in a question?
How was your presentation?
So you're giving equal attention to everything, but and that's okay. I mean, that's perfectly fine. People will understand you. But maybe the concern should be, will you understand other people? When they emphasize the word how and they make the words was and your, which are not important, very small. How is your?
Okay.
Do you
How
understand?
was your presentation?
How is your presentation?
How was your presentation?
How is your? How is your?
How, how was your?
How is your presentation?
How was your presentation?
Do you see what we're doing? Because you make the important sounds really big, but then also you make the unimportant words really small, and that's really why sometimes people have a hard time understanding what people are saying, and that's what we're practicing.
Okay.
Does that make
Yes, the
sense?
music of English.
Yeah.
The
Well, this is the rhythm. The music, we can add music later. We'll do that in a minute. We're going to switch to stories in a minute. But can you just say that one more time? How was your presentation?
How was your presentation?
And what is the answer?
Your presentation was excellent.
Okay. Now, Helen has asked a question. I don't know if you're still listening, Helen, but she said, "Well, how do you say the word pronunciation?" Are you still here, Helen? Can you join us for a minute? And I'm just curious to see how you would pronounce that, so I can help you pronounce it the way that you want. But if you don't answer, then I'll just answer the question for you. I'll just write it out here, and then maybe David can help us. David, can you say this word?
Word?
Pronunciation. Can you pronounce that for us?
Pro- Pronunciation?
How many syllables does that word have?
The 5 syllable?
That's right. And what can you separate them by syllable for me? What is the first syllable?
Pro.
Okay, what is the second syllable?
Nun.
Okay, but in I know that there's a temptation to pronounce the u like oo, noon, but actually in English, I'm not sure if it's ever pronounced that way. Listen to how I pronounce it. None, none. Sounds like this.
None.
Almost sounds like an Spanish None, none, none.
None.
It's never noon. I can't maybe sometimes I can't think of any time when you would pronounce it noon. Pronun. Pronun.
None.
Can you say pra? Because it's not pro, it's pra. Pronun. Pronun.
Pra.
Pronun. Say those two.
Pronon.
Okay. What is the next syllable?
CA.
C. C. C.
Pronon. CA.
Okay. C. Not
Pronon.
it's
C.
C is one syllable. A is another syllable.
Oh, pronoun C.
Pronunci. And now in Spanish you say si, but in English you say si,
E.
si,
E.
pronunci,
C.
pronunci.
None. Pronoun C.
Okay, and then what is the next syllable?
A.
Okay, now this creates a problem. I'm not sure if this is what Helen is asking about, but look at how one syllable finishes with a vowel sound and the other syllable starts with a vowel sound. When this happens, you have to repeat the first vowel sound. So the way this sounds, if you want to pronounce this word clearly, you have to put an extra sound in there. So you say pronunciation. Can you?
A. Pronunciation.
Yes, you have to put in because you want to separate. You want to make it clear that you're saying C and A, and the way that you do that is you repeat the E in a very strong way. Pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
Yeah, like that. Pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
Or
Pronunciation.
okay, and where's the accented syllable? Pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
Where's the accented syllable?
The accent. Pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
In the 4 syllable A.
A.
Pronunciate.
Pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
Right. Okay. Well, I hope I answered your question, Helen. Let me know if that worked. Okay, Alex, are you still there? Do you want to join us for our story?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, and David, do you want to stay and help us make a story? Do you have time?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we'll get rid of this, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask ChatGPT. Okay. Let's see. Uh, make an interesting picture that can be inspiration
Sorry.
for a story and give us the first line in one sentence. I have to say in one sentence because otherwise it will do a whole paragraph.